Good morning. I'm going to just make a quick prequel or trailer for this week's lesson with irises. I am going to use as my reference two, well, that's a second print, two of my own from several years ago. You might recognize them. The reason and that's from my old garden in LaConner. The reason I have two prints of these is if any of you have Photoshop, this is the original and this is the posterized filter on Photoshop Editor. And the reason I did this is to enhance and break apart the different values and different colors so that I can probably see a little better when I'm painting. This is the original, and this is the posterized version. You can see that while my original paint strokes are blended and blurred, this has separated them out with the posterized filter on Photoshop Editor. And so with that, I did, remember a couple of weeks ago I introduced you to my lesson that I was being taught to do 5-minute sketches. Well, I do like that concept, and what I do when I do these 5-minute sketches is I don't lift my pencil, and I just kind of go around and I can just feel it. I can feel like if it were three-dimensional, I can feel this iris. Do you see that? I'm not really lifting my pencil, and I really get the rhythm and the feel. And I just encourage, and it doesn't matter what it looks like, you know? These are my sketches in my sketchbook, and one of these things I'm doing is online. People are doing much more sketching, and they're showing their sketchbooks online, and they're ugly. They're ugly, but they're wonderful artists. And so now it makes me have confidence that even though I have ugly sketches, they're not masterpieces, and they're not meant to be. They're meant to be like exercises, repeat crunches or repeat lifts or whatever, or scales on the piano. They're not meant to be finished products. So I did that one, and then I was sitting there doing that too. But I did that one, and then I just quickly finished off with this one, which is just still, even just more moving the pencil. I don't even hold the pencil as if I were writing. It's just moving the pencil to feel this. Do you see? Nobody else but you, nobody but you will ever see these images I do. And that's okay. The second thing I wanted to show you is, oh, here's the sketch, and I put this on with soft pastel, and I may follow it, but it's at least it gives me placement. Now remember when we have, and this is on a cradled wooden panel. The reason I am showing you this is so that you can just see that when we're doing these masses of flowers during this florals section, we're probably going to do more than 1 or 2 or 3 flowers. And so we think in terms of the design element of scale, of size. We always want our bride to be the thing that our eye comes to first, and in this case it's a larger flower. In the case of other things, sometimes the bride can be a cluster of small things, but in this case I'm doing some flowers in my garden, my old garden, and this is the thing I'm going to paint today. The thing I wanted to talk to you also about is I have been complaining to you online that my paints are drying too fast. So I have bought a small sampler box of golden open slow drying acrylics. And I bought this landscape pack. It's got 8 colors in it. And it's got a little bit of extender or whatever it is. I don't know what it is. It's thinner, it's called. Thinner. And then it's got some open and titanium white that I could mix with any of the colors. The reason I say mix is that I am going to be mixing these colors, and they're all pretty much similar to, or same as the spectrum of colors I've been using on my own palette. So I am going to be mixing these opens with their sister color on my palette and see if I can keep the paint moist and viable for a little longer, because the humidity in my house has just gotten really, really, really dry. And some of you have mentioned to me that your paints are drying too fast. I wouldn't use open acrylics for many things, but I am going to see how this works in terms of slowing down the drying on my paintings that I'm doing for you.